Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to A Clash of Kings 2.1. Now, when we left off, we had just arrived back at the Weeping Town where we began, and we spoke to a fellow. Yes, and that fellow, he wanted us to partake in a tournament at 9 stars, or at least to deliver a letter. So, we're not going to be doing that just yet, because that is actually very, very far away. It lies close to Snakewood in the Vale. So instead, we're going to be heading on over to Old Town and delivering a letter to Harroden at the Citadel. And we're going to see where that takes us. Of course, we had a bunch of fun in the previous episode, and now we're going to be seeing if we can have a little bit more, of course. So, we're going to be making our way through Stormlands territory. What I'm trying to do right now is I'm going to try and get a pretty reasonable force. I'm going to try for around 40 units, and maybe we can make them into elite fighting forces. Maybe we'll be lucky enough to do that. Unfortunately, the small rivers in Westeros are very irritating, because you have to go all the way around them, even though you could literally just step across. But obviously, this is all shrunk down into a different scale, so you technically can't do that, and it's rather large, I would assume. So, yeah, you're gonna have to go around it, but yeah, whatever the case, hopefully we'll come across a couple of bandits. I find fighting bandits in this mod to be rather enjoyable in actual fact. I mean, in general, I actually find fighting bandits in any mod really quite rewarding, because you never know what you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates, I guess. But it's also the fact that you are just starting off and you really, really want to be able to get something that is going to be such a super upgrade. Like in the previous episode, we gained a nice torso armor, and I personally felt like that was really cool. So let's actually head into Vultures Roost here, because we can explore the ruins. I think that would be a good idea. Let's just take a look. Now, are we going to gain XP like we did beforehand from... Ah, yes. Explore the ruins of Vultures Roost to gain experience. Fantastic. So yes, this is good. Hopefully we can do this. Maybe. Apparently this log does not deem it necessary to give us experience for finding it, even though it was in plain view as soon as we spawned in, of course. Of course. Okay, so I guess all we need to do is just head on through here. And maybe there's something in the ruins, in the various structures, or the ruins of the structures, that maybe will give us some experience. Maybe? Ah, there's a skeleton. Vultures Roost is miles from the nearest village. It appears a lone traveler ran out of water and collapsed at the ruins, looking for shade and rescue. The bottles strewn around his remains are all empty, but the bag is filled with clinking coin. You see no reason not to claim them as your own, and we gained 250. That's actually not bad. It's going to pay for the Hedge Knight, at least. Yes, he really requires that much. Absolutely insane. Ooh, there's a chest. An old chest lies half hidden in the sands that have covered most of the ruins. Oh my. Oh yes, this is what we like to see. Of course, the hood is not particularly good, but it actually looks really cool. But the mail boots, fantastic. The mail gauntlets, even better. We need 14 strength to be able to use those things, so I'm going to try my best to get 14 strength at some point. Obviously, it's going to be a while, but should be pretty nice. Now, we'll check the last structure. I think this will probably be the last structure. Anything in here? No? Oh, I really envisaged there would be something here, but apparently not. So, maybe I'm going to have a look around. Maybe there's going to be something around the corner here. If not, then of course, I guess it will be somewhere else. Ah, just when I was making my way outside, I noticed there's actually some writing over there. That writing is definitely going to be something that will give us experience, but also I noticed that there was an upstairs to this particular area, so there's probably going to be something here. No? Yes? No? Okay. Well, that's a little bit disappointing. I thought to myself, ooh, there appears to be a lot of overgrown weeds and various other plants there, and they were potentially covering up something really cool, but no. Okay, apparently not. Aha, hello there. On the old and crumbling wall is scribbled a short poem. It reads, "Dragon, dragon, what do you breathe? Fire and blood, destruction I leave. But my son and spear are not bowed or bent. Against the dragon I shall never relent." Well, that's actually pretty cool. I like that. I like that quite a bit. And we have advanced to level 9, so we're getting a little bit more strength just from that. So I've got to say that's pretty worth it. And there must be something else. There must be one more thing to get because, well, of course it tells you when you've done everything in a particular area. So we're going to see if there's anything around here. Maybe we'll be lucky. I think we've actually seen everything else. So there must be something out there. It must be that. Because we have gone everywhere else. It could be over there that there's an entrance into that particular spire, but I'm going to bank on there being something in the sort of oasis area here. Probably, at least. Let's just take a look and see whether that is the case. Maybe? No? Well, that's weird. I really thought there would be something here. And I actually thought this was water, but no, it's actually rocks. So, apparently, that is having nothing to do with it. That's really strange. Maybe there's going to be some sort of hidden path or something, but I wouldn't think they would make it that difficult, surely, to find all the particular aspects of this area. So I guess what we're going to do is we're just going to head on over to the spire here, see if there's an entrance, and if there's no entrance to it, I think it's actually blocked off right now, then I guess that will be it for our exploration of this area. I don't think there's anything else. So, unless I'm missing something completely obvious. I probably am, but that's just how it will be for now, and we'll see what we can do at a later time if I actually return here at some point. We probably will, because we're going to be traveling past here multiple times. Oh, never mind. Okay, we just had to really do that. The silent ruins of Vultures Roost appear to have been completely demolished a long time ago. A few pieces of rusty and crumbled equipment are scattered across what could have been the old courtyard, but age has taken its toll on the place, and it's difficult to tell what the various items once were. Is that it? Is that all? Yep, there we go. You've successfully explored the ruins of Vultures Roost. Well, there we go. That's all I had to do. So I guess we did get Bryndon a level, which is pretty nice. So, yeah, that's not bad. We actually both leveled up, which is pretty cool. So, let's get him another point in strength. He can finally, and I say finally with, oh yes, just absolute proudness here. Yes, we are going to be actually giving him the rusty arming sword. Yes, there we go. With pride, of course. Pride is the word that I was looking for there. So, yes, there we go. Pretty nice, I gotta say. Is there anything else I can give him? No, of course not. Okay, so we can, of course, level up Elias now as well. Let's give him some more strength, because we do want to get to 14 there. Shall we give him some more shield, or shall we go for something else? Because, well, I don't know. If we're going to be a two-handed build, then shield is utterly useless. Actually, not particularly, because obviously you're going to be having a shield on your back, and having a shield on your back is pretty good for defending against people that are trying to backstab you. And that's going to happen relatively a lot. So, maybe it would be a good idea. There doesn't seem to be anything else here that I really want either way. So, I guess shield. I guess that's the only thing I can really take. Let's start leveling up our two-handed weapon proficiency as well, just in case we start actually using something like that. We don't really want to be terrible with it. Of course, I think we probably are going to be, because, well, I actually haven't used a two-handed weapon since... since when? It's actually quite a while, in actual fact. I really liked using the two-handed weapons, especially in Clash of Kings, because it actually does give you, in my opinion, a lot more opportunity to use them, mainly because the archers are terrible. Yeah. And I remember actually defending against, what was it, I think over 1,000 units at Lordsport? Was it actually Lordsport, or was it somewhere? No, I think it was actually Lordsport, or Pike. I think we started, we took Pike, and we went on to Lordsport, and I think one of those came under siege, and we were against 1,000 units plus, and I was just standing there in this really cool, sort of cool, unique siege layout, and I had a two-handed sword, and I was just going to town. I was just going to town on those guys, and they were just running in, getting cut down, slaughtered by Elias, and it was absolutely fantastic. And he gained quite a few levels there, but yes, obviously we may not be able to do that again, dependent on if we're able to start our faction very easily or not. But yeah, let's head into Old Town and see if we can deliver this message. Oh, and there's a unique little layout here as well, which I actually really like. Okay, so who are we speaking to again? Harridan at the Citadel. Wait, are we in? Oh, okay. This might... there we go. There's actually a different menu for the Citadel. The Citadel is where the maesters convene, study and train new members, and it is also the residence of the archmaesters. The Seneschal's court is a great hall with stone floors and high arched windows. It's where the maesters convene with laymen, where acolytes gather, and where the gatekeeper controls access to the Seneschal, who is tasked with the government of the Citadel. Okay. So, let's visit the Seneschal's court, I assume, because that is probably where, yes, Harridan is going to be. Hello there.
What is it? I'm busy. All these acolytes with their stupid questions.
Well, I have a letter here. Don't worry. Don't be grumpy. There's a letter.
Oh, who cares? Another septon preaching to us about how our efforts are futile, that all truth lies with the Father above. Bah, bunch of sheep is what they are.
What do you mean? Oh no. The faith has been trying to curb our influence for hundreds of years. Feel like they should be the only ones spreading knowledge, or their version of it at least. Sheep is what they are, shackled in their huts of ignorance. Did you know that Baelor the Blessed was considering a request to bring the Citadel under the authority of the High Septon when he died? I didn't. You know, I didn't. I don't tune in to Septon Weekly, or whatever show you actually subscribe to. So, yes, good thing his uncle killed him. Viserys was a much better king. Didn't know that, did you? No, I don't tune in to Murder Daily, either. So, there's no written evidence, but sure as rain, Viserys murdered Baelor and took the throne. And I say very well to that. I literally say very, very well. Yes. Do you believe in the Seven, Elias? That the Father above watches you, the warrior protects you, the crone lights the way? I don't know. I do not. I do not. Okay, well, he doesn't particularly... Ah, a learned man is what you are then. Well done, I say. Too many superstitious fools rot around in the mud, always looking for answers they'll never find. Marwyn could tell you all about it. Well, could tell you all about what it's like to rut around down there. Okay, well, thank you very much, and apparently that has reduced our relation with Baelor? I think that was Baelor. I actually couldn't see the name before it disappeared because I was actually reading other things, but he's got a rather nice desk. I would like this chair. Can I take this chair? Do you mind? Do you mind? I could just take your sand timer, maybe? Or maybe the goblet. Do you mind? No? I have a sword. I'm willing to use it. Come on. Come on now. Okay, well, unfortunately, unable to murder the Harridan fellow, unfortunately, but yes, okay. Let's actually head into the archives, because I wouldn't actually mind taking a look around here and seeing what's going on, because it is a unique scene, and actually a very well done one. So it would be nice to take a look around. Yeah. I find it amusing that they have a bear rug in here. That is quite opulent, isn't it? Quite opulent for monks? They're technically monks, I guess. So, okay, well, that's rather nice to see anyway. And we could head into the tavern just to see if there's anything to do in here. We do have Maron, who is, I think, another companion. Hello! Would you be so kind as to have a cup with me? I'm down to my last bit of coin, and I'd rather not drink alone. What happened to you? It's quite the tragic tale. Sit down, no point standing up. I was on my way to Pentos out of King's Landing with a cargo of spices and peppers from Dawn. I owned my own trading vessel in those days, a beautiful galleon with a figurehead showing the Maiden. We lay in at Dragonstone for water when I was accosted by Stannis Baratheon's Castellan, a Florent if ever I saw one, those ears. Anyhow, he comes and tells me that my ship is now in service of the king. It seems Stannis is amassing an army on Dragonstone, and in order to transport it, he needs every single ship he can get his hands on. They emptied my hulls and gave me a slip of paper, promising to pay me for my losses once Stannis comes into his kingdom. Much good that'll do me now. I've been trying to get home, but the roads are filled with outlaws, and so here I am. No money, no ship, no crew, a piece of paper, and no way to go. Nowhere to go? Well, perhaps I could offer you work. Can you fight? Oh, he's not a warrior by trade. He's a fast learner, however. Oh, and he joins for free. What better can we get? Oh, yes. Okay, so Emma the Tavern Keeper. Hello. You look rather amusing. Yes, okay, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we want to do when we head into a tavern. We just want to head up to the tavern keeper, herself or himself, and say, you look rather amusing. And then just walk out. Oh, yes, that's what we're doing. We're just walking out the opposite direction. Okay, so what else do we have to do here? Do we have any other quests? No, apparently that was the end of that quest. So... ah, yes, we need to head back to Weeping Town to participate in the tavern there. So I guess we'll head back. And we'll see if we can find any bandits along the way. I would like to fight some bandits because, well, we haven't actually leveled up any of our units in quite a while, and it would be rather nice to actually get a little bit of experience for them, I guess. But maybe we won't be too lucky with that. Maybe not. Maybe yes. Maybe not. No. Apparently, that is just not going to happen anytime. Oh, no. Oh, no. Real-time events. You know, in previous episodes, I explained why these are somewhat perilous if they are the same as they were beforehand in previous versions. You meet a lonely Septon on the road. As you pass him, you stumble and accidentally push him off the track. You decide to apologize. Okay, well, we gain some morale, but we lose renown. Well, I don't particularly care about renown or morale in actual fact. Oh, well, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, let's now just continue onward to the Weeping Town. What's that? Outlaws. Oh, yes. Perfect. That's what we need. We need some outlaws. Oh, that is... Don't get involved. Of course. Do not get involved between those guys. I really did not want the outlaws to get taken out by those scoundrels from the Reach. I actually don't mind the Reach that much, but... It's just absolutely terrible how they stole our experience. Yeah, that's the main thing I'm worried about. Stealing experience. Oh, yes, how fantastic. Okay, well, let's just continue on. We're almost there in actual fact, so that's pretty good. Now, any other bandits? I think that was basically the only bandit party we were getting actually get along our path here, so... pretty sad about that, I gotta say. Tyrosh and Norvos have formed an alliance, and Tyrosh has declared war against Pentos. Okay, so that's gonna be pretty amusing to see what happens there. We are also getting pretty significant wages right now, 765. That reminds me, I do need to find a tournament. Finding a tournament would be a fantastic idea. Maybe we'll be able to do that. I still don't see any bandits. Do we see some here? No, just vassals in the area and village farmers. Yeah, I don't think we're going to find any before we reach our destination. No. Wow, that's pretty bad, I gotta say. Oh well. Okay, let's head into the tavern and see what we can do about delivering that thing that we need to. Wait a minute, where is he? Who do we need again? Told you of a farmer in need of help. Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be... this guy? Oh, no, no, of course not. It's not gonna be that guy. Goodman Tom. It's this guy, isn't it? Yeah, I thought this guy initially, but then I thought to myself, no, he looks way too young to be a farmer, doesn't he? Does he look young? I don't know. Yes, can I help you? Are you from Cairn Hall? Yes, I am Tom. The Elder sent me here to find a knight, true and honorable. Yes. Septon Garibaldi said you've been having problems with, white? Yes, a revenant, a white, a ghost. Saw it myself only 3 weeks ago. Pale and with red eyes. It was flying through the night in a crate made of bones. Made me shiver, make no mistake. Shiver, is that it? Really? Really? You saw that and you only shivered? You must have the spine of adamantium or something. The men of the village agreed with me. We need a faithful man to slay the beast. A knight, like Eamon the Dragon Knight from the stories. Perhaps I could take a look at this white myself. Are you a knight? Oh, I'm sorry, of course you are. My father always told me the city was full of knights. Yes, exactly. We'll just go along with this. Hush, hush, don't tell, yes. Go to my village and slay the revenant, brave sir. It haunts the old cairn sure as day. Okay, I will definitely be doing that. But we will, of course, be doing that in the next episode. So I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.